Hi guys, this is Python lecture series 5. Let us discuss the answer for the question given in the last lecture. So fill the gap with the all or anyone. So the first question, AND operator will give true when all the expressions are true. So the answer is all. Second one, AND operator will give false when any one expression is false. So the answer is anyone. For the third one, OR operator will give true when any one expression is true. So the answer is anyone. The fourth one, OR operator will give false when all expressions are false. So the answer is all. So I think now you understood the use of the logical operators. So now next discuss the next control structure, if else if ladder in Python. So how it operates? So you can see that there is a condition, if conditional expression. If this condition becomes true, this code block 1 will be executed. Once it executes this code block 1, the control will go to the end of this structure, that is after the else statement. That means it won't check the other else if classes. Suppose if this first condition becomes false, this code block 1 will not be executed and it will check the second condition, that is else if class, this expression. If this expression becomes true, code block 2 will be executed and it won't check the other conditions. If first condition is also false, second condition is also false, then only it will check the third condition, that is else if class conditional expression 2. If this expression becomes true, code block 3 will be executed. Suppose if this also becomes false, that means all the conditions becomes false, means finally the else class will be executed. So the advantage of else if ladder is, if one condition becomes true, the other conditions will not be evaluated. So now let us take a simple problem and write a program using Python. So the problem is, what is the next number in the sequence? That is, we have to give it as a question and 4 choices are given. If the user enters the correct choice, you have to give the marks 1. The user enters the wrong choice, you have to give marks 0. So for this, we want to write a Python program using else if ladder. So here you should print the question and the choices also should be given, and the user will enter a choice as a input. Okay, so based on the input, you have to decide whether it is a correct choice or wrong choice, and marks should be awarded accordingly. So you can also try to find the answer for this aptitude problem also, which is asked in GATE 2018. Let us try to write a Python program in Jupyter Notebook for this particular problem. Let us see the example program for else if ladder in Python. So in the first statement, we are given print the particular question, what is the missing number in the following sequence. In the second print statement, the actual sequence is given 2, 12, 60, and so on. It goes up to 0. It is a question asked in GATE 2018. So the 4 choices are again given as A, B, C, D in print statement. A is 2880, B is 1440, C is 720, and D is 0. So next we accept the correct choice using the input statement, and the choice entered is stored in variable C, and we make marks is equal to 0. Initially you assign marks is equal to 0. So first you check if C is equal to A, that is the entered choice is equal to A, means you are printing wrong choice. If this condition becomes true, this statement will be executed and it will not check the other condition. Otherwise, that is, if the first condition becomes false, then you check the else if case. It is whether C is equal to option B. If this is the entered choice, then it will execute the statements, print correct choice, and marks will be assigned as 1 because B is the right answer. Suppose if this is also becomes false, then only it goes to the third else if condition, that is whether C is equal to the character C. In that case, it will print the wrong choice. Suppose if this also becomes false, then only it goes to the next one, else if case, that is C is equal to option D. Then it print the wrong choice. Finally, you are having a else class, that is to say that the answer entered is not valid because the user has entered other than A, B, C, D. Finally, you print the marks value. So now you run the program. So it is asking for the choice. Suppose I enter A, for example. So when you enter A, it says wrong choice and marks is equal to 0. So again I run the same program with the choice B. Okay. So now see that correct choice marks is equal to 1. So like that, if you run the same program with another choice, for example D, it will say wrong choice marks is equal to 0. So this is an better or best example for else if later in Python. Next control structure is nested if, that is if within a if statement. So how it operates: if the conditional expression 1, if this condition expression 1 becomes true, this code block 1 will be executed. So this code block 1 has another if statement with a conditional expression 2. So if conditional expression 1 also becomes true and conditional expression 2 also becomes true, means code block 2 will be executed. Suppose if conditional expression 1 becomes true but conditional expression 2 becomes false, then code block 3 will be executed. Suppose if the first condition itself false, so it directly goes to the corresponding else class, so code block 4 will be executed. This is the structure of nested if statement. So now we will see an example program for nested if statement. That is, write a Python program to check whether the given number is divisible by 6. So we'll try to write a Python program for this problem using nested if in Python Jupyter Notebook. Let us see example program for nested if in Python. So I typed a very simple program in Python Jupyter Notebook. So the first statement, you are accepting a value for the variable I. That is, I is equal to, you are converting the value to integer. So int of input, enter the number. So first if statement verifies whether this variable value is divisible by 2. That is, modulus 2 is equal to 0. If this condition becomes true, then only it enters into the another if statement where you are checking whether the same I value is divisible by 3. If both the conditions are true, then you print given number is divisible by 6. Suppose the second condition becomes false, then else class will be executed. That is, given number is not divisible by 6. So this is for when the first condition becomes true. Suppose if the first condition becomes false, then directly it goes to the else class of the if statement and print that given number is not divisible by 6. Because if a number is to be divisible by 6, it has to be divisible by both 2 and 3. So this is an example for nested if. And observe here the true block of the first if statement is having another if else statement. Like that, you can also have, in case of else block also, you can have another if else if required in the particular solution. Now we execute this program. So run the selected cell. So you run, for example, I am giving 1200. So it's giving the given number is divisible by 6. Suppose you run the same code with another number 1201, which is not divisible by 6. So it says the given number is not divisible by 6. Let us take this program as an exercise for this lecture video. It is write a Python program to print the citizenship category of a person based on age of the person. So age will be given as input. So if age is less than 18, you have to print minor. Age is greater than or equal to 18, major. Age is greater than or equal to 58, senior citizen. Age is greater than or equal to 80, super senior citizen. So what is the structure you have to use it here? Can you find out? That is else if ladder.